Miss Margella, man. Miss Margella, girl. Jumping in front of the car, drive too fast, don't even know what it's worth. I got plenty of niggas that could be a star, they just gotta put in some work. My car move like a Avenger. Put my seat back, still good first. I got plenty of secrets, but I'm not gonna tell them to you. I'll take them right straight to the dirt.
Hi you guys, welcome back to 12 Days of Pilates. It is officially day 5. My name is Leke. If you're new here, welcome back to my channel. We are gonna be using a Pilates ball and a set of 3-pound dumbbells. These are my favorite props if you can't tell. Props will always be optional, however, whenever you're working with me, they are an added challenge, so feel free to ditch the props at any time today. Again, whatever feels best for you, that's the option I want you to take. Without further ado, we will get into it. I have a couple of playlists linked down below, so if you guys wanna grab a playlist from down below, I have Apple and Spotify both linked. Otherwise, you can play your own music or just listen to the sound of my voice. You'll go ahead and meet me on your back whenever you're ready. Legs can be long and strong, otherwise knees can be bent, feet can be flat, whatever feels best for you. And then you can send that Pilates ball between the knees. We'll flip that left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly whenever you're ready. Take a big inhale through the nose as you start to float those eyes shut. Big exhale through the mouth as you start to come into those intentions for the first time today. Whatever that means for you. If you don't have an intention, you can always steal mine. Mine's to feel present on my mat, grounded in my body. Once you have that intention, we're gonna seal it with another deep inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. Whenever you're ready, you can start to float those eyes open. You'll go ahead and bend through the knees, send the feet flat to your mat if you're not there already. We will keep that Pilates ball between the inner thighs, so you can just float the fingertips behind the ears, elbows go nice and wide. Big inhale through the nose, you pull that low belly up and in. Take a big exhale through the mouth as you start to curl it up through the head, neck, and shoulders. Let's lift through the chest. Good, big inhale as you lower with control. You send your head back heavy. Big exhale as you curl it up to lift. Good, think about getting heavy through that low back as you lift through the chest. You're starting to imprint that spine. Beautiful, you'll be here for 3. Think about creating some tension between the inner thighs as you lift through the chest. Exhale as you squeeze to lift for 2. Beautiful, you got one more right here. Big exhale as you squeeze to lift, just hold. You're holding that tension on that Pilates ball. Take a big inhale as you prepare. Exhale as you lift through the heels, you draw the knees over the hips. Inhale as you lower the heels back to tap your mat. Beautiful, take a big exhale as you lift. Big inhale as you lower. Let's keep all 10 toes flexed back to the face. You're squeezing into the belly, pulling the ribs down to the hips. You're here for 3. Good, you're gonna exhale, lift for 2. Matching the movement to your breath, last one. Big exhale as you lift, just hold. Take a big inhale through the nose as you twist to the right. You're gonna grab that Pilates ball between that left elbow and that right knee. Might take you a couple seconds to get there on that first one, and then you'll reach through that left leg, get long and strong. Good, exhale as you pull that left knee in, you grab that Pilates ball between the inner thighs. Inhale as you drop that left shoulder. Exhale as you twist, grab it between that left elbow, right knee. You reach through that left leg. Exhale as you pull it back in. Inhale, drop that left shoulder. So you're squeezing into the belly to twist, waking up that right side. Let's find that right oblique. Good, reaching through the left to find some length. Last 2. Good, you're gonna have one more twist, one more reach right here. Big exhale as you twist, inhale as you reach, just hold. Good, you're gonna grab that Pilates ball, take it up and overhead, biceps frame the ears. Big exhale as you bring it down on the left, you pull that left knee in. Let's circle under the legs. Inhale as you bring it up on the right, you reach that left leg out. Big exhale as you bring it down on the left knee pulls in. Inhale as you bring it up on the right, left leg reaches out. Biceps are framing the ears at the top, squeezing into the belly, relaxing the shoulders back and down. You're heavy through that low back, last 2. Good, you're gonna grab that Pilates ball underneath that right knee in 1. Take a big exhale as you pull that left knee in. Let's grab that Pilates ball underneath the right. Take a big inhale as you float the fingertips behind the ears. Reach that left leg long and strong. Good, exhale as you tap that right heel to your mat. You lift through the left. Big inhale as you lower to switch. Big exhale as you lift to switch. Good, so finding that exhale as you lift through the left. That left leg is long and strong. You're reaching through the toes. You're finding some tension behind that right knee. Flexing the toes back to the face. Last 2. Good, stay heavy through that low back. Let's breathe through it. Last 1. Take a big inhale as you drop that right heel to your mat. You hold that left leg high. Send your head back heavy. Big exhale as you twist to the left. You bend through that left knee. Inhale as you drop that right shoulder. Let's reach that left leg high. Good, inhale as you lower through the left. You lift through the right. Big exhale as you lift through the left. Drop the right to your mat. Inhale as you bend through the left. You twist to the left. Good, exhale as you reach it back up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. So you find that switch back through center. You find that twist and bend at the bottom. Bending into that left knee as you twist to the left. Last 2. Good, squeezing into the belly. We're just gonna find that switch in 1. Good, inhale as you bend to twist. Exhale as you reach it back up. Just inhale as you lower to the left. Exhale as you lift. Good, inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. You're only here for 3. Good, let's get long and strong through that left leg. Really reach the toes for 2. Good, you're gonna hold that left leg at that hover in 1. Big inhale as you lower that left leg to that hover. Right leg holds table. Let's pulse that left leg up and down an inch for 4. Good, you breathe through it. You're almost there. Last 3. You hug the knees to the chest in 2. Last 1. Big inhale as you hug the knees into the chest. Send your head back heavy. Good option to take that Pilates ball out from underneath that right knee. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. All right, way to get after it. We're just gonna take that same thing over to the opposite side. I know that was kind of intense, so feel free to ditch the props if you have to. Take it at your own pace. Again, whatever works best for you, that's the option I want you to take. Pilates ball is gonna go again between the inner thighs. Feet can start flat at your mat, and then you'll float the fingertips behind the ears. Elbows go nice and wide. Big inhale through the nose, you pull that low belly up and in. Let's take a big exhale through the mouth as you curl it up through the head, neck, and shoulders. You lift through the chest. Good, big inhale as you lower, you send it back to your mat. Let's keep that belly pulled up and in. Both feet are flat on your mat. Again, you're thinking about squeezing in on that Pilates ball as you lift through the chest. Big exhale as you squeeze to lift. Big inhale as you lower to release. It's starting to create some tension between the inner thighs. You're gonna be here for 2. Good, you hold that lift through the chest in 1. Exhale as you squeeze to lift, just hold. You stay heavy through that low back. Big inhale as you prepare. Exhale as you lift through the heels. Let's draw the knees over the hips, legs, spine, table. Inhale as you lower to tap the heels down to your mat. Take a big exhale as you lift. Good, so you're squeezing from that low belly, deep core. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. You're only here for 2. Good, you're gonna tap your mat here for 1. Exhale as you lift, just hold. This time you're going to twist to the left. So that right elbow grabs that Pilates ball with that left knee. Again, it might take you a second to get there on that first one. And then inhale, reach that right leg long and strong. Big exhale, right knee pulls in. Inhale as you drop that right shoulder back to your mat. Good, big exhale as you twist. Grab that Pilates ball. Reach through the right. Exhale, right knee pulls in. Inhale, drop that right shoulder. You're only here for 3. Squeezing into the obliques on that left side. Finding some length as you reach to the right. Last 2. Good, let's breathe through it. Come back to that breath if you lost it. Last 1. Big exhale as you twist. Inhale as you reach, just hold. Let's grab that Pilates ball, take it up and overhead. Biceps frame the ears. Exhale as you bring it down on the right this time. Pull that right knee in. Good, inhale as you take it up on the left. You reach that right leg out. Biceps frame the ears at the top. Squeezing into the belly. Let's relax those shoulders back and down. You stay heavy through that low back. You only reach for 3. Good, you're breathing through it. Last 2, come on. Stay with me here, last 1. Big exhale as you reach, just hold. Inhale as you pull that right knee in. Let's take that Pilates ball underneath the left. You create some tension. Inhale as the fingertips find the ears, elbows go nice and wide. You reach that right leg out. Exhale as you lift through the right, left foot finds your mat. Inhale as you bend into that right knee. Let's twist to the right, left elbow meets the right knee. Exhale as you lower to reach. Inhale, lower the right as you lift through the left. Exhale as you lift through the right to drop the left. Inhale as you twist to bend. Exhale as you drop to reach. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, twist to bend. Exhale, lift to reach. Good, you're here for 2. Squeezing into the belly, staying heavy through that low back. Getting into that waistline. Good, last 1. Inhale as you twist to bend. Big exhale as you drop to reach. Good. You're just going to inhale as you switch. Exhale as you switch. Squeezing into the belly, staying heavy through that low back. You're here for 2. Good. You hold that right leg at that hover in 1. Exhale as you switch. Inhale as you lower, just hold. You pulse that right leg up and down an inch for 4. Good. You hug the knees to the chest in 3. You breathe here for 2. Big inhale for 1. Good. Exhale as you hug the knees into the chest. Inhale as you send your head back heavy. Come back to the breath. Option to take that Pilates ball between the palms. Big exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. All right, and then whenever you're ready, you can send both feet flat to your mat. Go ahead and cactus the arms. Elbows come out nice and wide. Palms face up. Take a big inhale through the nose as you tuck the knees over to the right. Maybe you gently take that gaze to the left. Good, just loosening up that low back. Big exhale as the knees come back through center. Knees are going to come to the left as you take that gaze gently to the right. Good, finding that supine twist. And then bring it back through center when you're ready. Big inhale as you prepare, big exhale as you roll it up. Meet me seated on your mat. Way to get out of the belly. Oh my goodness. I feel like all of the supine series that I've been teaching during this challenge are actually insane. But we'll go ahead and get into that side facing series when you're ready. You're gonna need those 3-pound dumbbells. You can keep that Pilates ball at the top side of your mat. Obviously, always the option to ditch the weights, but you are gonna meet me in that high kneeling position. We'll have shoulders stacked over the hips stacked over the knees. If this is too much for the knees, feel free to roll your mat back. Knees can be about hip distance apart. And then you'll reach that left leg out, get long and strong. That right knee stays stacked underneath that hip. Good, whenever you're ready, you'll draw the hands up to heart center. Elbows come out nice and wide. Let's go ahead and relax those shoulders back and down. You'll take a big inhale as you reach it out, get long and strong. Big exhale as you pull it back in, just bending and extending through the elbows. You're reaching through the fingertips. Good, finding some length. You're gonna add a layer here in 2. Good. You're gonna hold that reach in 1. Take a big inhale as you reach it out, just hold. You're gonna windmill down to your mat, reach through the crown of the head, create some space on the right, find some length on the left. Good. Exhale as you squeeze everything up. Big inhale as you pull everything in. Good. Exhale, reach it out. Big inhale as you windmill, find your mat. Gaze goes to the left as you windmill down to the right. Squeezing into the belly. We're gonna challenge the belly, challenge the balance right here. Good. Last 2. Beautiful. Finding some control. You're gonna glue that right hand to your mat in 1. Take a big inhale as you reach it out. Big exhale as you windmill to your mat, just hold. Good, you're gonna hold it at your mat. Just take a big exhale as you lift that left leg up to hip height. Big inhale as you lower. Good, big exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower, reaching through the toes, creating some space on the right. Good, finding that lift and lower on the left. You hold it high in 1. Big exhale as you lift, just hold. Inhale as you bend into that left elbow, you pull that left heel back. Big exhale as you reach everything up. You're gonna pop off of that right palm. Big inhale as you windmill everything down. You're gonna bend it in. Good, big exhale as you lift to reach. Big inhale as you lower to pull it in. You're squeezing into the belly. Again, letting that gaze follow that left hand as you windmill over to the right. Good, finding some control, waking up that left arm. Last 2. Good, you're gonna hold it at your mat in 1. Inhale as you find your mat, just hold. Take a big exhale as you reach for that left arm, left leg. Big inhale as everything pulls in. Big exhale as you reach everything out. Good, you're gonna be here for 2. We're gonna find your mat here in 1. Take a big exhale as you reach. Big inhale as you lower. You're gonna break that left arm down, find your mat. Big exhale, right knee to that left elbow. Good, inhale, right knee finds your mat. Exhale as you row to reach, you lift through that left leg. Big inhale as you lower, break it down. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Good, squeezing into the belly, squeezing into the glutes. You're here for 2. Good, last 1. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, just hold, just pulse. That right knee's up and down an inch for 4. Good, you're gonna step it back behind the left in 3. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale as you step that right foot behind the left. Let's square the hips down. Exhale as you reach that left hand back to meet that right ankle. Inhale to that high plank. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, left hand, right ankle. Inhale, high plank. Good, so you're squeezing into the belly. No worries if you're working diagonally on your mat. You're here for 2. Good, pulling that low belly up and in to pike through the hips. See if you can tap the heels to your mat. You find that hamstring stretch. Last 1. Big exhale as you pike it up to reach it back. Inhale, high plank, just hold, just hold. Last 3. Good, you're gonna drop the chest here in 2. We're just gonna find some push-ups on your mat here in 1. Good, big inhale as you drop the chest. Keep the elbows in nice and tight. Just take a big exhale as you press through the palms, lift through the chest. You only got 3. Always the option to drop the knees down. Big exhale as you press, use the breath. Good, last 2. Try to keep that body in a nice straight line. Core stays engaged. Good, last 1. Inhale as you lower. Big exhale as you press. Good, inhale as you pull that low belly up and in. You hold for 4. Good, this is your final push. You drop the knees here in 3. Good, way to stay with me. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale as you lower the knees down, nice and wide. Big toes come to touch. You can drop the palms flat to your mat. Big inhale through the nose. All right, big exhale through the mouth. You'll go ahead and take it down to that right hip, right forearm whenever you're ready. Inhale as you windmill that left arm up and over. Create some space on the right, find some length on the left. All right, big exhale as you windmill the arms to that front side of your mat. That right arm comes up and over. You create some length on the right. Let's open up through the chest. All All right, and then inhale as you drop that right arm. Meet me back through center. You'll go ahead and ditch the weights. We'll work with that Pilates ball again. 4-point up to standing. You guys know the vibes. Another 45-minute workout coming at you live. Meet me shoulders stacked over the wrist. The Pilates ball will be in that right hand. Left hand can be flat on your mat. Make sure you're set up with that strong foundation. So hands can be about shoulder width. Knees will be about hip distance. Take a big inhale through the nose. You pull that low belly up and in. Take a big exhale through the mouth as you stamp that left heel high. Big inhale as you lower that left knee back to your mat. Good big exhale as you stamp it up. Let's keep that left foot flexed. Big inhale as you lower. Good, squeezing into the belly, squeezing into the glutes to find some control right here. Good, you're here for 2. Exhale as you lift. Matching that movement to your breath nice and early. Last one. Exhale as you lift, just hold. Take a big inhale through the nose. You're going to reach to that left leg, roll that right arm out. Take a big exhale as you pull everything back through center. Inhale, drop that left knee back to your mat. Exhale as you stamp it up. Good, inhale as you roll to reach everything out. Big exhale as you pull everything back in. You drop that left knee to your mat. Exhale, stamp it up. Good, squeezing into the belly, you're finding some length. Good, squeezing into the glutes, you find some strength. Last 2. Beautiful, last one. Exhale, squeeze it up. Just inhale as you roll to reach. Big exhale as you pull everything back in. Good, inhale as you roll to reach. Exhale as you pull it back in, creating some tension on that Pilates ball as you roll it out. Big exhale as you pull it in. Good, you're here for 2. You're going to hold that reach through that left leg in 1. Inhale as you roll to reach it out. Hold that reach through that left leg. Just exhale as you roll that right arm back in. Good. Inhale, stack the shoulders over the wrists. You're going to drop the chest. You float through the left. Big exhale as you press. Good. Inhale as you roll that right arm out. Big exhale as you pull it in. Inhale, drop the chest. Big exhale as you press. Keeping the elbows in nice and tight. Let's get into the back sides of the arms. Last 2. Good. Opening up the chest, feeling the stretch at the bottom. Last 1. Big inhale as you drop the chest. Big exhale as you press, just hold. Good, take a big inhale as you pull that left knee in. Let's flex that left foot. You tuck the toes on the right. Big exhale as you press through the palms. You're going to pike through the hips, stamp that left heel high. Big inhale as you lower everything back to that 4-point. Exhale as you reach that left leg out. Inhale, pull that left knee in. Good, exhale as you stamp it up. You pike through the hips. Good, keeping that left knee bent. You're finding that donkey kick at the top. You're finding that single leg extension at the bottom. You're here for 3. Good, just bending and extending through that right knee. Squeezing into the glutes as you reach. Last 2. You hold that lift in 1. Take a big exhale as you squeeze it up. Just inhale as you reach to the toes at the top. Exhale as you pull it back in. Good, inhale as you reach it out. Exhale as you pull it in. You're only here for 2. Good, hips are squared onto your mat. Last 1. Exhale as you reach it out. Just hold, just pulse. Left leg's up and down an inch for 4. That right hand finds your mat in 3. You step that left foot through in 2. Last 1. Inhale, that right hand finds your mat. Let's step that left foot between the hands. You find that Pilates ball between the palms before you lift through the chest. Big exhales, you meet me in that low lunge. Good, you're going to have that Pilates ball at heart center. Elbows out nice and wide. Relax the shoulders back and down. Take a big exhale as you hinge to reach. Inhale as you step that right foot in to meet the left. You circle behind the back. Big exhale as you take everything out. Inhale as you pull it back to lift through the chest. Good, exhale, hinge to reach. Inhale as you pull it in. Exhale, reach it out. Pull it back. Exhale, hinge to reach. Inhale, step it in. Exhale, step it out. Good, you pull it back to lift through the chest. You hinge to reach it out, reaching through the crown of the head. Think about pulling that belly away from that left quad. Good, you're finding some length on the right. Last 2. Beautiful, let's burn it out. You got 1 more. Inhale, pull it back. Big exhale, hinge to reach. Just inhale, step it in as you circle behind the back. Exhale, step it out. Good. So you're coming down on the left with that Pilates ball. You're up on the right. Last 3. Good. Stay heavy on the left. Last 2. You hold that reach in 1. Take a big inhale as you reach. Just exhale as you lift through the chest. Hold it here. Beautiful. I want you to inhale, lower down on that left side. You circle underneath that left knee. Exhale as you open to the right. Inhale, stand it up through center. Good. Circle down on the left. Open to the right, you're up it through center. Down on the left, open to the right. You stand it up through center. Good, getting nice and tall at the top. Last 2. Good, just finding that pivot through that back leg. You stay heavy through the left. Last 1. Inhale, open to the right, just hold. Good, biceps are gonna frame the ears. Let's pull that low belly up and in. You drop the arms. Big exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back through center. Good, so I want hips to stay square to me. Find that rotation through the shoulders, that twist through the belly, using your own range of motion here for 2. Good, letting that gaze come with you. Last 1. Big exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back through center, just hold. Good, you create some tension between the palms. Let's drive that steering wheel out in front. Last 4. Good, challenging the belly. Everything's up and in. Maybe you sink it even lower for 3. Good, you find that steering wheel for 2. Arms go overhead in 1. Inhale as you face the front. Arms go overhead, biceps frame the ears. Just hold, just pulse. You're up and down for 4. Good, you frame that left foot in 3. Pilates ball finds that right hand in 2. Last 1. Inhale as you frame the left foot. Pilates ball's in the right. Inhale as you reach that left foot back to meet the right. You're going to inhale, walk the knees under the hips. Big exhale, walk it out. Good, inhale, walk it in. Hips are staying in line with the shoulders. Knees are at that hover as you walk it in. Last 2. Good, you hold it up and in 1. Inhale as you walk it in, just hold. Let's take that Pilates ball between the knees. Big exhale as you press the hips high. You pike through the hips, let's drop the heels. Inhale as you lower to tap the knees. Exhale, pike through the hips, drop the heels. Good, inhale, tap the knees. Last 3. Good, fighting that hamstring stretch at the top for 2. Good, you're gonna hold it low in 1. Big exhale as you pike to lift. Inhale as you lower, you find that hover at your mat. Just pulse the knees together, and on that Pilates ball, you find some tension for 4. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. You spread through the collarbone for 3. Good, you breathe through it. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale, drop the knees nice and wide. Big toes come to touch. Let's take that Pilates ball underneath the palms. Inhale as you drop the chest. Good, big exhale through the mouth. Coming back to your breath, coming back to that intention, whatever that was for you today. All right, so now you saw it. Now you saw it, team. We just have to take it over to that opposite side. I know it was a little intense there for a second, but yeah, I cannot wait to honestly finish this challenge. I feel like we're all gonna be so strong. Without further ado, I'm just gonna flip around to that opposite side so I can face you guys when we open up. Pilates ball in that left hand to start this time. That right hand will be flat on your mat. You'll take a big inhale through the nose. You pull that low belly up and in. Take a big exhale through the mouth as you stamp that right heel high this time. Find that donkey kick. Big inhale as you drop that right knee down to your mat. Big exhale as you stamp it up. Good, squeezing into the glutes, taking that arch out of that low back if you have one. Good, keep it in the glutes, keep it in the belly. You find some control for 3. Good, you stamp that right heel high for 2. You hold that lift in 1. Take a big exhale as you stamp it high. Big inhale as you roll through the left, you reach through the right. Big exhale as you pull everything up and in. Big inhale as you lower that right knee back to your mat. Exhale, stamp it up. Good, inhale as you roll to reach for 1. Exhale as you pull it in for 1. Inhale, drop that right knee. Exhale, stamp it high. You're squeezing into the glutes, squeezing into the belly, finding some length as you roll to reach, finding some strength as you find that donkey kick. Last 2. Good, starting to feel that hamstring on the right turn on. Last 1. Inhale as you roll to reach. Hold that reach to that right leg. Exhale as you roll that left hand back in. Let's stack the shoulders over the wrist. Inhale as you drop the chest. Elbows stay in nice and tight. You let that right leg float. Big exhale as you press. Big inhale as you roll that left arm out. Big exhale as you pull it in. Good, inhale, drop the chest. Exhale as you press. Inhale, left arm rolls out. Big exhale as you pull it in. Good, again, finding that slight bend through the right as you roll through the left. Last 2. You got one more roll at the top. Last 1. Exhale as you pull it in. Just inhale, drop the chest. Exhale as you press. You're gonna hold it high right here. Inhale, pull that right knee in. You flex that right foot. Exhale as you stamp that right heel high. You press through the palms to pike through the hips. Good, inhale as you bring everything back to that 4-point. Exhale, reach that right leg long. Inhale, that right knee pulls in. You flex through the right. Exhale, stamp it up to lift. Good, so again, you find that donkey kick at the top. You find that single leg extension at the bottom. Beautiful, right knee stays bent as you lift. Last 1. You're gonna take a big exhale as you pike to lift, just hold. Inhale as you reach to that right leg. Big exhale as you bend through that right knee, you pull it in. Good, inhale as you reach, finding that hamstring stretch on the right. Find that hamstring, finding that hamstring curl on the right. Last 2. Good, you hold that reach in 1. Exhale as you reach, just hold, just pulse. You're up and down an inch for 3. Beautiful, last 2. Last 1, inhale, drop that left hand to your mat. You step that right foot between the hands. Get heavy through that right heel before you lift through the chest. Exhale as you lift, bring that Pilates ball between the palms. All right, you made it. So we'll go ahead and bring that Pilates ball to heart center. Elbows come out nice and wide, relax the shoulders. Take a big exhale as you hinge to reach it out. Big inhale as you step that left foot in, you circle back behind the right. Inhale as you take it up on the left, you reach it out. Exhale, pull it back to lift. Inhale, hinge to reach. You step it in to circle back. Exhale, reach it out. Good, squeezing into the belly, squeezing into the glutes, finding some length on the left. Last 2. Beautiful, last 1. Exhale as you hinge to reach. Inhale, just step it in. Exhale, just reach it out. Good, so you stay loaded on the right. Find some motion on the left here for 2. Beautiful, you hold it up and out in 1. Exhale as you reach, just hold. Take a big inhale as you lift through the chest. You circle down on the right, go underneath that right knee. Exhale as you open to the left, find that sumo. Inhale as you bring it up through center. Good, you're down on the right. Exhale, open to the left. You're up through center, down on the right. Exhale to the left. You're up through center, down on the right. Again, staying heavy through that right heel. Just finding that pivot through the back leg. Last 2. Biceps framing the ears at the top. Last 1. Good, inhale as you open to the left, just hold. We take a big exhale as the biceps find the ears, pull that low belly up and in. Inhale, drop the arms, you twist to the left. Good, let's create some tension between the palms, you relax the shoulders. Good, starting to wake up that upper body, sinking even deeper into that squat. Last 2. Beautiful, ribs drop down to the hips. Last 1. Good, exhale as you twist to the left. Inhale back through center, just hold. Just drive that steering wheel. You're left to right, right to left. Final 4. Good, maybe you sink it 1 inch lower for 3. Good, you reach it up to face the front in 2. Last 1. Exhale as you lift it up to face the front. Just hold, just pulse. You're up and down 1 inch for 4. Squeezing into the belly for 3. You frame that right foot in 2. Pilates ball finds the left in 1. Inhale, left hand finds that Pilates ball. Both hands find your mat. You step it back, find that high plank. Big inhale as you walk it in, knees under the hips. Good, exhale, walk it out. Inhale, walk it in. Squeezing into the belly, squeezing into the waist. Last 2. Good, knees stay under the hips in 1. Exhale, walk it in, just hold. You're gonna place that Pilates ball between the knees. Both hands find your mat. Big exhale as you pike through the hips. See if you can tap the heels. Big inhale as you lower, tap the knees to your mat. Good, exhale as you pike to lift. You drop the heels. Inhale, tap the knees. Last 2. Beautiful, really pressing through the palms. Keeping your belly up and in. Last 1. Exhale, pike to lift. Big inhale as you lower. Knees find that hover. Just pulsing on that Pilates ball. You're in 1 inch, out 1 inch for 4. Good, squeezing into the waist for 3. You drop the knees here in 2. Good, you find your breath in 1. Inhale, drop the knees, just breathe. The big toes come to touch. Pilates ball is gonna come underneath the palms when you're ready. Inhale as you drop the chest. Good, big exhale through the mouth. Again, relaxing into it, coming back into that intention. Finding that reset button. You can go ahead and lift through the chest whenever you're ready. Grab some water towel off. Again, way to get after it, you guys. The hard part is officially over. All we have to get through is that side facing series. I know it was a little bit longer today, but we only have bridging after that. So we'll knock it out super fast. Stay with me. All right, so Pilates ball back to that top side of your mat when you're ready. Again, you can find those 3-pound dumbbells. Always option to go body weight, always option to ditch the props. Meet me shoulders stacked over the hips, hips stacked over the knees. This time you'll reach that right leg out, get long and strong. You'll keep that left knee stacked underneath that left hip. And then hands are gonna come to heart center, elbows go out nice and wide. Let's relax the shoulders back and down. Good, big inhale as you reach it out. Big exhale as you pull it in. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you bend. Good, just bending and extending through the elbows. Reaching up through the crown of the head. Spreading through the collarbone here for 2. You hold that reach in 1. Exhale as you reach, just hold. Inhale as you windmill down to your mat. Take a big exhale as you squeeze it up. Inhale as you pull it in. Good, reach it out. You find your mat. Gaze goes to the right as you windmill to the left. Think about creating some space on the left as you find some length on the right. You're here for 2. Beautiful. You glue that left hand to your mat in 1. Exhale as you squeeze it up. Big inhale as you pull it in. Good, exhale, reach it out. Inhale, find your mat, just hold. Take a big exhale as you draw that right leg to hip height. Big inhale as you lower to tap. Good, think about reaching through the toes. Again, you're creating that space on the left, finding some length on the right. As you lift and lower, exhale as you lift, last 2. You hold that lift in 1. Exhale as you lift, just hold. Inhale, pull that right heel back to meet your glute. You bend into that right elbow. Big exhale as you lift to reach everything out. Big inhale as you lower to bend everything back in. Good, again, gaze follows the right as you windmill to the left. You're challenging the belly, challenging the balance. Just bending and extending through that right knee. Bending and extending through that right elbow. Good, ankle lifts in line with that knee. You're here for 2. Last 1. Inhale, find your mat, just hold. Take a big exhale as you reach everything out. Big inhale as you pull everything in. Good, exhale as you reach. Inhale, pull it in. Last 2. Beautiful, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Last 1. Big exhale as you reach, just hold. Inhale as you tuck the toes on the right. You break down that right arm. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, left knee finds your mat. Exhale as you row to reach. You float that right leg to hip height. Inhale, break it down, tuck the toes. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, find your mat. Exhale, row to reach. Good, you're only here for 2. You're gonna pulse that left knee to that right elbow in 1. Good, inhale, find your mat. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. You pulse it in and out an inch for 4. You step that left foot behind the right in 3. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale, step the left behind the right. You square the hips down. Exhale, as you pike it back, you reach that right hand to that left ankle. Inhale, find your mat. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, pike to reach. Inhale, find your mat. Left knee, right elbow. Good. Get into the waistline here for 3. You breathe through it here for 2. Good. You hold that plank in 1. Good. You're only here for 1. Inhale, high plank. You're just going to hold for 4. Good. Squeeze into the belly. Find that tight high plank. Press the ground away. Relax the shoulders for 3. Good. Drop the ribs to the hips for 2. You meet me on the knees in 1. Big inhale, drop the knees nice and wide, big toes come to touch. Again, you're gonna take that child's pose right here. Big inhale through the nose. Good, big exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. And then whenever you're ready, you'll meet me on that left forearm, left hip. You'll take a big inhale through the nose as you windmill that right arm up and over. Create some space on the left as you find some length on the right. Good, then you'll take that big exhale through the mouth as you pop off that left forearm, windmill the arms to the back side of the room. You open up the chest, find some length on the left. Good, relax the shoulders. Inhale as you windmill the arms down to your mat. Let's drop the chest. Good, coming back to your breath, coming back to that intention, whatever that was for you today. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. All right, whenever you're ready, just go ahead and lift through the chest. We're gonna get into that little bridging series to finish things off here. So you can find those 3-pound weights. You'll split your mats and then you'll keep that Pilates ball with you. We're just gonna find a double leg bridge series. It is a little bit longer. However, no single leg bridging today. And for that, we are blessed. So take a big inhale as you roll it back to your mat. Feet are gonna be about hip distance apart. Place that Pilates ball between the knees when you're ready. Again, creating some tension between the inner thighs. You'll reach down for those 3-pound dumbbells. Big exhale as you curl to press the dumbbells up and over the chest. Arms are gonna start long and strong. Big inhale through the nose. You pull that low belly up and in. Relax the shoulders back and down. Good, big exhale as you drive through the heels. You're gonna lift through the hips. Let's row the weights in. Big inhale as you drop the hips to tap. You press through the palms. Good, you're here for 3. Inhale as you lower to press. Good, hips stay high in 1. Exhale as you lift, just hold. Take a big exhale as you press through the palms. Big inhale as you tap the elbows. Good, hips stay nice and high. You're squeezing into the belly, squeezing into the glutes. Still finding that tension between the inner thighs if you lost it. Last 2. Good, you're gonna add that calf raise in 1. Take a big inhale as you drop the elbows. Big exhale as you lift through the heels, you press through the palms. Good, inhale as you tap the elbows with the heels. Big exhale as you press to lift. Good, starting to wake up that back side of the body. Feel the hamstrings turn on right here. Squeezing into the glutes, squeezing into the belly. We protect that low back. Good, you add the hips in and 2. Dropping the hips with the heels with the elbows in 1. Exhale as you press to lift, just hold. Inhale as everything comes down, you tap the hips with the heels. Big exhale as you press to lift everything up. Big inhale as you lower. Big exhale, press to lift. Good, you find some control on your way down. Squeezing in on that Pilates ball on your way up. Maybe you release some of that tension on your way down. Good, let's find it right here. Last 4. Good, still lifting through the heels on your way up. Last 3. Beautiful, you hold it high in 2. Beautiful, last 1. Big exhale as you press to lift, just hold. Good, inhale as you sweep the arms all the way down. Big exhale as the arms come up, you drop the heels to tap your mat. Good, inhale as you lift through the heels, you sweep the arms down. Big exhale as you drop through the heels, arms come up. Inhale as you switch. Good, exhale as you switch. Squeezing into the belly again, you stay protecting that low back. Last 2. Good, last 1. Big inhale as the arms lift, let's hold. Good, you're gonna take a big inhale through the nose as you just tap the hips to your mat. Big exhale as you lift. Big inhale as you lower to tap. Big exhale as you lift. You're gonna add that skull crusher in 3. Good, let's turn the palms to face that midline for 2. Good, bending into the elbows as you tap the hips in 1. Exhale as you lift. Big inhale as you lower to bend. Big exhale as you lift to reach. Good, inhale, lower to bend. Exhale, lift to reach. You're driving through the heels again, getting into that back side of the body. Last 2. Good. You're going to hold it high in 1. Exhale as you lift to reach, just hold. Inhale as you bend into the elbows. Big exhale as you lift to reach, you lift through the heels. Inhale as you lower to bend. Big exhale, lift to reach. Good. You're adding that calf raise back in. Again, finding that activation through the back side, through the hammies. Last 2. Good. You hold it high in 1. Big exhale as you lift to reach, just hold. Let's pulse the knees together. Get into the inner thighs. Final 4. Good. You're going to drop the heels heavy to your mat in 3. You pulse the hips in 2. Last 1, big inhale, drop the heels heavy. You pulse the hips up and down, drive into the heels, create that tension on that Pilates ball. This is where you finish. Final 4. Good. You get out of that workout in 3. You finish day 5 in 2. Last 1, big inhale as you roll the hips back to your mat. Let's ditch the weights right here. Beautiful job, you guys. Stunning, stunning work. You'll take that Pilates ball out from between the knees. Let's go ahead and take a big inhale through the nose as you cactus the arms. The elbows come out wide. Palms face high. Inhale as you drop the knees over to the right. Take a big exhale as you bring the knees back through center. You can drop them up and over to the left. All right, that is your workout. We're just gonna finish with a little cool down. So you can ditch that Pilates ball wherever feels best for you, either to the left or right side of your mat. Then you'll take a big inhale through the nose as you reach the arms up and overhead. Biceps find the ears. Fingertips reach to the back as the toes reach to the front. You create that long body stretch. Get a big inhale as you start to fill up the lungs. Feel it through the belly. Good. Big exhale as you start to hug the knees into the chest. Let's pull the forehead all the way up to the knees. Create that tight little ball. You round through the spine. Good. Then you'll hold that left knee into the chest. Let's reach that right leg long and strong as you send your head back heavy. You create those hip circles on the left, just picking a direction, any direction. Good. And then you'll go ahead and switch, staying on the left, just changing that direction, moving in opposition. Good. Then you'll float that left knee over to the right. Gaze and reach, go over to the left. Finding that supine twist. Feeling that release through that low back. Good. Big exhale back through center. You'll stamp that left heel high. Option to grab behind that left knee. Flex the toes back to the face. Let's feel that stretch on the left. Good. Then you'll hold that left leg high. Let's bend into that right knee. Send that right foot flat. Inhale that left ankle across that right knee. Big exhale as you hug that right knee into the chest. You feel that figure 4 on the left. Let's breathe into it right here. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Option to create those ankle circles on the right. Option to change that direction. Then you'll hold that right knee into the chest. Let's reach that left leg long and strong. Take those hip circles over to the right. Getting into that opposite side, you can be heavy on the left. Good. Option to change that direction. Just move in opposition. Then you'll bring that right knee over to the left. Gaze and reach over to the right. Come into that supine twist. Good. Then make exhale back through center. Stamp that right heel high. Option to grab behind that right knee. Flex the toes back to the face. Good. Then whenever you're ready, you can bend into that left knee. Send that left foot flat to your mat. Inhale that right ankle across that left knee. Big exhale as you hug that left knee into the chest. Find that figure 4 on the right. So let's breathe into it right here. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Good. Then you can start to create those ankle circles on the left, just picking a direction, any direction. Option to switch. Beautiful. Then we'll hug both the knees into the chest one last time. Let's create that tight little ball. Pull the forehead up to the knees. Then we'll reach the arms between the inner thighs, coming into that happy baby. Hands find the outsides of the feet. Exhale as you open the knees and feet nice and wide. You rock it side to side. Good. Let's massage that low back. Then we'll start to draw the soles of the feet together whenever you're ready. Let's hug the heels to the inner thighs for that butterfly. Knees come out nice and wide. Then you can drop the heels heavy to your mat. Open up through the hips whenever you're ready. Send that left hand back to your heart. Send that right hand back to your belly. Big inhale through the nose as you float those eyes back shut. Coming back to your breath. Coming back to that intention, whatever that was for you today. We'll thank ourselves for showing up. Thank our bodies for putting in the work. We'll close today's practice with one last breath. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. Whenever you're ready, you can float those eyes back open, take any additional stretches if you like. But that is all I have for you guys. Happy 12 days of Pilates, day number 5 complete. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much again for pressing play. I seriously cannot get over that this is my life. But thank you for letting me share my workouts with you. I hope they make you feel as good as they make me feel. Love you guys so much.
Put my
Bye.
seat back, still good first. I got plenty of secrets, but I'm not gonna tell them to you. I'll take them right straight to the dirt. I ain't got nobody else I'm thinking about, so I better just do it for her. See, like